Hey, Calvary kids, your old friend Drew. Today, we're going to be looking at Hebrews 11, verse 1 through 12, verse 3. Read it yourself, or have someone read it to you before or after watching the video. See ya! So, what do you think faith is?
Faith is trust, and faith is belief.
I think faith is believing what God says and doing it.
I think faith is we live by faith, not by sight.
Faith is believing in something that you can't see.
Faith is believing God like Peter came out like Peter came out of the boat.
Calvary kids, we're going to talk about faith. Trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. The Bible talks a lot about trusting God, but there's one place where faith is talked about even more. Let me get my Bible. It starts by saying that we believe God made everything, which is the big one. If you believe that, everything else gets easier as you go on. The writer then goes through all these Bible characters, talking about how faith played a part in each of their lives. What's cool is that he goes in order from the very beginning. First, there's Abel, that got murdered by his brother. Abel trusted God and gave him a better sacrifice than his brother Cain. And Enoch. Enoch is cool because he pleased God with his faith, and God just teleported him to heaven or something. He didn't even die or anything. Just yoink. Noah had faith to spend the better part of 100 years building a huge boat. Don't forget Abraham and Sarah. They had faith that God could give them a son, even though they were both super old. Then the writer of Hebrews goes real fast through Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. They all trusted God. We hear about Moses, who by faith left all the riches of Egypt and later had led Israel out of slavery. We get Joshua and Rahab and lots of other unnamed people who trusted God. Some had happy endings, while others died because of their faith, but they all finished their lives trusting God. The passage ends with the writer saying that our lives are like a big race, with Jesus waiting for us at the end. He says that all these people he listed are like a big crowd we can look at, like a huge audience watching us run. We can use them as examples when we have tough or scary times. A lot of them trusted God without being able to see what he was doing and were rewarded for believing him. The passage makes a big deal out of us being able to believe things we aren't able to see yet, but promises that we'll be rewarded like the people in the Bible if we hold on to our faith in God. Pretty cool. So, let's see our bottom line. You can know Jesus even though you've never seen him. Remember when Thomas the disciple didn't believe until he could see Jesus? Jesus said that blessed will be people that believe without seeing. That's us. The disciples were able to see Jesus face to face. So, in a way, they had it easier. But that doesn't mean we can't know him like they did. The Bible says that we can have a relationship with God because of what Jesus did. It even says we can trust him like he's our daddy. All we got to do is tell God that we believe that Jesus is Lord and we believe that God raised him from the dead. If you do that, start talking with God every day. Read the Bible for yourself. By faith, you'll get to know him and join your story to the story of all the people from Hebrews chapter 11. Well, it was cool talking about faith with you today. For the next several weeks, we're going to be looking at faith through the life of one amazing person, the Apostle Paul. So get ready, and we'll see you next week. See ya!